Hey guys, here from Prairie Meadows Casino in Altoona. You come on up to the 4th floor, you hop off the escalator, and here you are. You open up into this big old lobby. If you're watching this, you've got relatives, friends who are out in downtown San Diego. Tell them to look for the tall, goofy guy in the blue jacket with the camera. Probably hard to miss shopping on this thing. I mean, it's easy, it's convenient. Heck, I even did it this morning. But maybe on Saturday we can get rid of that thing and go back to doing it the old-fashioned way. Well, yeah, it's empty now, but a few hours ago, all these seats filled with Hawkeye fans, and they came loud from the start. Almost 25,000 of them made the trip here to San Diego for the Holiday Bowl, and, well, as you can guess, yep, they left pretty happy. And maybe 42 years from now, somebody will look back and go, hey, remember that 2019 team that made a run at the state title? Yeah, that's something they can be proud of. People not enjoying it, but for those kids who had school off, 2 words: snow day. I regret to inform you that there is no video of me on a sled falling. Sorry, guys, but those kids, they certainly enjoyed it. Everybody was having a great time out there. School 5 this evening, we visit a senior night. It's an annual tradition at every school, right? You hear the band and cheerleaders and see the players lined up with roses for moms. But in Earlham, amongst the towering seniors on Friday night, there was a 6-year-old first grader living out a dream that at one point didn't seem possible. This is Benton Cullen, and he loves football.
The 20, the 10, touchdown!
More specifically, Earlham football.
His mom sends my mom videos of him like, I get to watch the Earlham Cardinals play Friday. And
he had his own miniature football field at his birthday party, football cake, everything football.
Yes, it's safe to say Benton loves football, but he'll never play it.
He was 7 months old and he started having seizures, infantile spasms, which was the worst seizures that they've ever classified for a child. When the seizure started, all he could do was lay there. Like, he didn't sit up anymore, he didn't giggle anymore, he just laid there.
A prenatal stroke caused the seizures. He was diagnosed with brain damage and hemispheric paralysis on his left side.
I was devastated. We didn't know anything. We didn't know if he would ever walk or talk or the seizures would stop.
After years of therapy, Benton has been seizure-free for more than 5 years. He still walks with a slight limp, and he'll never walk on a football field. At least, not as a player.
I know the kid loves football, and he's at every game. I'd say he's probably one of our biggest fans.
So in steps the Earlham football team.
we thought it'd be a good choice to make him our honorary captain for our senior night.
So there he was, a 6-year-old, hand in hand with his heroes in a jersey to match. And a mom who got to see her son do something that she never thought was possible.
I hugged random senior boys just because it's their night, it's senior night, it's supposed to be about them, and they're making it about, I mean, it's not all going to be about Benton, but they're letting a 6-year-old first grader be a part of senior night.
Why is it amazing?
Because I dreamed about it. Because I never got to be on the sideline doing a game.
You saw him opening that gift there towards the end. Well, this is what it was. The whole Earlham football team signed a football, names, numbers, and everything, and gave it to him. Well, only here on Local 5 this evening, we show what a life well-lived looks like after death and the resounding impact from Kenyon Hopkins' short but impactful stay here on Earth. Sunday in Earlham, they just kept coming and coming, and they didn't stop until a gym overflowed into an auditorium.
It's incredible how many lives he touched.
You don't have to say anything, it brings a tear to your eye, but it all speaks to the impact that he made on others.
More than 1,000 people packed Earlham High to celebrate the life of the man they called Moose.
Yes, he was a great athlete and a great person, but it made its way into other parts of his life too, and that's why you see all these people. It's not because he scored so many points a game or hit walk-off home runs. It's because of the impact he made on these people.
With that many people that knew him, supported him, loved him, it just made me emotional seeing how many people came and were in support of him and his family today, and it's incredible how many lives he touched.
The memorial lasted almost 2 hours, where together former teammates, teachers, family, and friends laughed and cried to mourn the loss of a life taken too soon.
He just embodied everything, like a perfect teammate, perfect friend, He's just the guy that you count on for everything. At the drop of the dime, he'd be there to do anything for anyone. So
whether you're his teammate or his coworker or his classmate, he treated you the same.
He'd want us to, live and go out and, it'll be tough. It'll be tough for sure.
And as much love as he gave in his 21 years, Sunday, his town of 1,400 gave it all back to him.
This is a special place, man. Not big, city full of bright lights, but it's the people here that make this place special.
It was amazing to see after the service, they went into a different room for refreshments, and the line to offer the condolences to the family went out the room, around the corner, down the hall, around another corner, and down another hall. I mean, it was a multiple hour-long line, just people staying that wanted to offer their condolences. It was a pretty amazing scene. She is one of Iowa State's finest gymnasts.
She's one of the very best athletes I've ever coached.
But Andrea Maldonado's journey to a place she never expected to be started down a road nobody wants to go.
It was one of the worst experiences I've ever felt. I mean, my house was built on cement, and I thought the house was going to blow away.
Maldonado was living in her native Puerto Rico when Hurricane Maria hit in 2017. Her family was mostly spared. Her university was not.
It wasn't the same anymore. Our Department of Communications was totally destroyed, so we had to move from place to place and buildings.
An elite gymnast, Maldonado moved a year later to Florida. Then the Cyclones came calling.
I just needed to change and take a step for myself.
At Iowa State, that step became a full sprint toward one goal.
She sets her mind to something, it will happen.
That something is a fully stretched front flip with 3 full rotations, something that had never been done by a female in competition until Maldonado landed it a couple weeks ago at the Apparatus World Cup.
And it was so exhilarating. I love that moment, and I will forever remember it as the best moment of my career.
In a career that started almost 2 decades ago and almost 3,000 miles away, her success is an opportunity to give back to her first coach.
She wanted to do that because she said she wanted to honor her father.
My father and I have gone through heaven and hell in the sport, and I feel like I needed to honor all his work and make him feel that 17 years of practice actually was worth it.
Now she's unstoppable because she knows that nothing will get in her way. Not a hurricane, not any competitors.
I'm doing this for me, for my family, and to honor everything around me because it's the only thing that's worth it.
In Ames, Matthew Judy, Local 5 Sports, we are Iowa.